Murli. So, should we pick today's Murli or should we continue the previous Murli and read only the body of that Murli? What is your opinion?
Uh, my suggestion would be to read the previous Murli
Okay,
and go in depth into it, then move into. I mean,
new
but
one.
again, whatever others also say.
Okay, what do the other two feel?
I'm fine. That's good. Good for me. Thanks.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
that's
about?
fine. Repetition will make us more,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
yes.
So I made sure I had four Murlis open, so I will pick one from there. And I just thought there was this one Murli that everybody liked because I saw the participation was a little bit more on that Murli. So I'll pick that Murli. Um,
4, 6. 4, 6 was the children, sweet children. Well,
in in
return
the
home.
in this Murli, what we did was we actually covered till here. We had like we covered the essence, question, answer, song, little bit of the body, and the blessing too. So I thought let's go into the depth of this Murli, as you said. So before that, let us, what we will do, we will read till here, the song, and then do our meditation a little bit different so that we are able to put these thoughts in our mind in our meditation. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm.
Fine.
So I will be reading the Murli. This is the Murli of the April 6th morning Murli. Om Shanti. Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, you now have to return home. Therefore, forget the consciousness of your body. Consider yourself to be bodiless soul and break any attachment you have to anyone. Question: what wisdom do you children learn from the Father at the confluence age? Answer: it is only now that you learn the wisdom of how to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan and how to make your fortune elevated to the extent that you remain accurately linked in yoga and knowledgeful. Accordingly, you will continue to experience progress. Children who progress can never remain hidden. From each of the children's acts, the father can understand which children are making their fortune elevated. Song: to live in your lane and to die in your lane. So I'll stop here since we already discussed this, Murli. I just read it. I'm not going to explain anything. We will just for a brief moment take a pause and then we will meditate. And as usual, I will say a few thoughts and let's see whether we can be in that stage. Sounds good?
Yes.
Like always, we will sit comfortably and take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. For few moments, I will consider myself as the child of God. God is the Supreme Soul, the point of light. Similarly, I, the child, I am also a point of light. I am a soul in a body. But until I become bodiless, I cannot connect to my parent, the Supreme Soul. Let me withdraw the attention from the bodily world, bodily relatives, and any other worldly pleasures, and bring the focus to I, the soul. I am full of virtues. My father is an ocean of virtues. All I have to do is to take a dip in that ocean. At this present time, I am bathing in those virtues when I am in accurate remembrance. I feel myself full of virtues. I am Sato Pradhan. The soul is ready for the golden age, just as we get ready when we move to a new home with new thoughts and new beginnings. I am getting ready. None of the vices or the tamo pradhan qualities interest me anymore. As I adorn myself with all these virtues, I forget the past. As I progress, my fortune is getting elevated. I don't have any attachment to the old world. I am just looking forward to be in the soul world with my father, and I draw rays of unconditional love. I get purified and I want to remain there before the world drama cycle starts again. Let me be in this conscious all the time and use my body whenever there is a need. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, were you all able to meditate, or was it too much of thoughts?
I was able to. I got distracted once, but overall I did.
Okay. How about the others?
Yeah, I was in meditative, but when you were saying, I got little emotional when you were saying bathing in the virtues of, your. Uh, so from that, I, you know, yeah, but I did
Meditate.
meditating, yes,
Yeah.
because when you were saying you have the virtues, but uh, and then you said you were bathing in your virtues, then I felt that it should be, uh, sorry.
No, that's totally fine. That shows that, it is our Father who is. I am also a very emotional person. And when you experience the ocean of virtues, our Father, that's why you're getting emotional, because that love is unconditional, right? We get
Yeah,
wrapped up in that warmth of love. That is why we get emotional.
sorry.
No need to be sorry, because this is how we all experience Baba. And there will be times when you feel down. We can cry two times, right? One is when we are sad and when we are extremely happy. When we are sad and if we cry, let's say when you cry, you say, Baba, I am your child. What is the use of me being your child? I am still sad and I'm crying. Say that one time, and you will see in an hour the whole scene would have changed, and he will make you. There will be something that will come as a situation or a scene, and everything turns around. That is God's love, which no human being can give. So that is the way we experience Baba. Only when we experience it, our bond becomes stronger and stronger, right? We are all moms here. And I'm sure even though our kids, how much ever they grow up, but we all have some moments recorded in our memory. And we still tell it out to our kids, right? When you are little, you used to do this.
Yes,
Yeah. So these are
yes.
those moments when we become children of Baba. These are those some of those moments. And you will never forget this, because this is the way the bonding increases. That is why Murli is something that some days Murli does not make sense at all when you read it on a daily basis. But then later there will be a situation sometime, and then it comes, oh, Baba mentioned this in Murli 2 days ago. But then he knew what was coming ahead, so he prepared me ahead of time. That is how Baba takes care of his children. So in this Murli, we had read till where it is highlighted in blue. So I will start reading. Most of it is very simple, but where it gets a little challenging, there I will stop. I'll be reading out loud, but I want you all to read along with me. You can read out loud if you want, because you're on mute. I won't hear it anyways. But we will read it slowly. We'll start from here. Should I zoom in a little bit more? Is this better? Yeah. So we are starting from here. It is in the intellects of all of you that, oh, sorry, here Baba has talked about the Brahmin clan, where we discussed that we are called as Brahmins. Whoever follows this path, we all got this knowledge through Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba's knowledge through Brahma Baba. That is why we are called as Brahmins. So we talked about that, and then we also talked about, now all of you children are happy because you have stumbled upon a great deal. What was that deal? Deal was fortune for 2 whole yugas, Satyuga and Treta Yuga, golden age and silver age, where we will be deities. So now Baba, we children tell Baba that we are forgetting this old world and these old bodies. We will now become bodiless and return home with you. We had stopped there. Now we will continue. It is in the intellects of all of you that Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has come from the Supreme Region to take us back home. Home is the soul world. He simply says, become pure and remember me. Die alive. What do you understand from this sentence? Die alive. This sentence was straightforward. What do you mean, or what do
Uh,
you understand from die
uh,
alive?
be soul conscious and not body conscious.
Yes, that is one way of looking at it. Any other thoughts? Die alive. If you're saying something, Bina Ben, you're on mute. I cannot hear you. Die
Die,
alive.
die alive means you are dying with, you have the all the, I think, virtues, and you are like conscious.
So, what it means is die alive. In our meditation, also, we covered that from this world, let me now not have any attachment to this world. Does it mean that I act as a dead person to everybody? No. We have to live in this world, but our consciousness has to be of that soul consciousness. And you know how, when we are, let's say we bought a new home and we are going to move into that new home, that time we are still living in that old house and we are doing our daily routine. We have to eat, we have to sleep, we are doing that. But at the same time, we have that excitement that tomorrow is the day, moving day, and our consciousness has already shifted. Our mind has already shifted into that new house and we have started dreaming, right? So for this
Mm.
house, I'm there, but I'm kind of dead, in the sense I don't have any attachment. That is what Baba means, die alive. you know that souls reside there in that home. Means in the soul world, only souls can reside, bodies cannot be there. So now the time has come for us to go to our original home, that is our soul world. There, I cannot take this body. This body has to die here. So let me be ready. We get very sad when somebody leaves the body, right? It happened to me this week. One of my husband's uncle, who was very close to me as well, he died. And the lesson we got from that was he absolutely had no health condition, nor did he have any problems. The only reason, or what we think, it was not COVID, nothing, he just got his vaccine on that day. That was a reason, but we don't know whether it is that is the reason. And he was fit and fine, and he just told his wife that I'll have a light dinner today, but I want to go and lie down for a little bit. So she said, fine. And he went and lied down. And then she made the dinner ready. And when she went to check on him, is he sleeping or whether he is awake, he was not there anymore. He had left his body.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely
Mm.
no reason, nothing, no suffering. Yes, that is all good. But which means the time, everybody's time is return. We all come with our return tickets. When we are all from India, so when we go to India, let's say, we are very excited, but we do have that return ticket to come back here, right? But we are excited for the 2 week or 3 week vacation we take. Similarly, when we came into this world, we came with a return ticket. We, but just that we don't know that date when we have to go back. So similarly here, then why have that attachment? Even though in India we have fun, but when it is that time to leave all our relatives and say bye, yes, we feel sad, but at the same time we are prepared to come back to our home because this is where we live. Similarly, that is our original home. We all came here to play our parts and we got attached here. Now we have to make that practice of dying alive, means living in this world but being like a lotus flower. So a soul is just a point. All souls will go to the incorporeal world. I think we discussed what incorporeal means, did we?
Paramdam. That's
The
pretty.
The
meaning,
soul world.
yeah, the
Dharam.
meaning of incorporeal.
No,
No body.
no.
No. Okay. Sorry, I'm asking you because I sometimes get confused. If I
Yeah.
had
Yes.
discussed it in the other class,
Mhm.
then I wouldn't remember whether I did this year or the other class. So sorry about that. So incorporeal actually means uh, incorporeal. Corp means corpse. Corpse means a body, right? Dead body is called a corpse. Incorporeal
Mhm.
means where there cannot be bodies. The word itself gives out the meaning. All souls will go to the incorporeal world, means there cannot be bodies there. There will be as many souls there as there are human beings here. The way we have population here, there the population will be in soul's point of light. How much space in the great element do souls take up? Whereas, how much space do bodies that are quite big take up? So, something for our mind to think about. Our mind always needs some new thoughts, right? To think of. See how Baba is challenging our mind. Don't you feel he's challenging our mind? This knowledge You will not get anywhere else except for God teaching us. How much space would a soul need? How small a space would we souls take up? A very tiny space, right? Because it is just point of light. If you start on a paper, start drawing dot dot dot, how many dots can you fit on a A4 size paper? Innumerable, countless, right? So same thing in Parandam, we won't need much space. How much ever space here, one person needs so much space, right? Bigger the family, bigger the home, or doesn't matter, we all need space. Why? Because it is for our bodies. You children have the great fortune of hearing these things from the Father. Don't you think so? That we are fortunate. God Himself is teaching us all this. The Father explains that you came bodiless and adopted bodies and played your parts. Do you all agree with this? That
Yes.
when we came from the soul world, we came down as a soul, and then we adopted the body that was given to us by our parents and then started playing our parts. So, in the course, when you were doing the course, did have you seen a short movie called Voyagers, or did I send it to you in after one of the lessons? It's called Voyagers. It's a 7 minute short video clip.
I think you did.
Okay. Do you remember seeing that? Sister Jayashree, Sister Beena?
No, I don't remember getting
I
that.
can't remember.
Okay.
I don't.
So
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
can't remember either.
that's fine. I'll send it out again tonight along with this lesson. Take a look. It makes things clear because we came in as souls and then adopted the bodies here. Just like an actor, he comes from home, and before he gets on the stage, he wears that costume and then gets on the stage, right? Similarly,
Mm-hmm.
we all did the same. We all came from home, Paramdam, and we wore our bodies, which is like a costume, and we are playing our parts on this world drama stage. You now have to die alive and forget everyone. So, since we are on the stage, we are just playing our parts. We cannot get attached to that stage, or we cannot get attached to those audience. That actor, he will play his part. Once the part is done, he will go backstage, remove his costume, leave it there, and then go home, right? Now is that time for us to go backstage, leave that costume, and go home. That's what we do in meditation. We forget the body and we go home, take that journey home. The Father comes and teaches you how to die. He says, remember your Father and your home. Make a lot of effort. Your sins will be absolved by staying in yoga. Baba is telling us that don't think just because, yes, He is our Father, yes, but at the same time, we need to remember just because we became His children, everything doesn't come free to us. We have to make effort. And then from being Tamo Pradhan, you souls will become Sato Pradhan. This is why the Father advises you now and also told you in the previous cycle. Renounce all bodily relations, including your own bodies, and constantly remember me alone. That one is the Father of all. So we remember these words, right? Tamo pradhan and sato pradhan.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are becoming sato pradhan now. You are the mouth-born children of Prajapita Brahma. What does mouth-born children mean?
Not biological, but
Mm-hmm.
the one that we say in Hindi as muh boli. Like you
Mm-hmm.
still have the same feeling, but
Yeah.
you are not related by blood.
Yes. Perfect. That is the meaning. So we are not biological children of Brahma Baba, but we became Shiv Baba's children through him because his mouth was used. So that is why it is called mouth born
Now,
children of Prajapita Brahma. You continue to receive knowledge. You are the children of Shiva anyway. Everyone has the faith that they are children of God. However, because of having forgotten God's name, form, time, and place, no one has that love for God. So, here I want you to dig a little deep and tell me, any one of you can tell me God's name, form, time, and place.
Brahma Baba.
God's name, Brahma Baba is
Raj
not
something.
God.
God's name would be Paramatma.
Okay, Paramatma is acceptable, but name, if
Something
we
like
have to,
Raj. There was some.
if we have to write a letter to God, let's say if I have to write a letter to you, I'll first write your name, your address, city, right? There is a format for it. So here, if let's say we were going to write to God, whom we call as Baba, we call him Baba, but the world doesn't know. So we have to give his exact name. So what is that name?
Lekhraj? Is it
Supreme,
Lekhraj?
Lord
No,
Shiva.
yeah, Shiva.
Shiva?
The
Supreme,
yeah.
Supreme.
Mm.
So here it says in the previous line, you are the children of
Yeah.
Shiva anyway.
Shiva.
So I want you to be very clear here. We are not worshipping, or we are not taking Brahma Baba as the God. He is not God. He is the medium of God.
Medium.
Remember, we talked about Bharat, the meaning of Bharat, Bhagirat, Rath. His Rath, he was used as the chariot of God. God is Paramatma, his name is Shiva. Shiva means world benefactor. And then form. What is his form?
It's no form. It's
Yeah, no form. So
no forms. Yeah.
what would you say? We cannot say no form
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
Soul.
Atma.
hmm?
Power of light.
Po-
Light.
Point of light. Yes, correct.
Point of light.
Point of light. And then time and place. What do you understand from this?
Is like he's every place is everywhere.
Time, place,
Place would be Paramdham.
yeah, place would be Paramdam, yes.
And time.
Confluence age.
Yes, I
Time.
am impressed. Good. Yeah, time is he comes only in the confluence age. He does not enter the world drama wheel in any other ages. He comes in confluence age. So God's name is Shiva, form is point of light, time is he comes only in the confluence age, that is the time now. Place where he lives is Paramdham. So we had forgotten all of that, right? That is why, how can we love somebody if we don't know them? So that this whole sentence wraps it up. Now that we know him, it is easier for us to have that connection or establish that connection. No one is to be blamed. It is fixed in the drama. So Baba is saying that there is absolutely nothing we can do. We are the ones who forgot him, yes, but that also is part of drama, that the director will come to the drama stage only when the drama ends or towards the end of the drama. That is the time, that is confluence age. The father explains souls are such tiny points, and parts of 84 births are recorded in you souls. So, when we did the world drama wheel, we talked about the life cycle of the world, but we did not talk about the life cycle of each soul, because not everybody comes at the same time and lives at the same time, right? Each person has a different date of birth, different time of birth, and different time of death, and different place of death. Similarly, here we have 84 births, means from that golden age to iron age, each soul takes 84 births. And it is very clearly, as we read Murlis, we will know in the first two quadrants, that is golden age and silver age, total is 21 births. We will discuss this. This can be a class on its own, so we will not go too deep into it. But what Baba is saying is, in that one soul, in that one seed, the parts of 84 births are recorded. It is such a wonder how a soul takes a body and plays his part. You know about this unlimited part. Isn't it true? Doesn't it seem unlimited? That one point of
Mm.
light has so much recorded. No one else has this knowledge. You two were body conscious. Now, how much each of you changes depends on each one's fortune. You now have a vision of your fortune of the previous cycle. There are so many human beings in the world. Each one has his or her own fortune. Depending on what actions each one has performed, he or she becomes happy, unhappy, rich, or poor accordingly. This is nothing but the lesson of karma. However, we have played our parts accordingly, it is all accurately done. It is souls that become this. The Father sits here and explains how souls become happy and then go into sorrow. Only the Father teaches you the wisdom of how to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Okay, I'm not able to turn the page now. Hang on. Mm, okay, there. So the Father, where did it? Only the Father teaches you the wisdom of how to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Ah, okay, exactly as he did in the previous cycle. Whatever wisdom each of you attained then, You are receiving that much wisdom now. By the end, you will understand each one's fortune. It would be then said that this is each one's fortune every cycle. Those who are very well connected in yoga and are knowledgeful will continue to do service. You have constant progress by studying. Some children progress quickly, whereas others give you a headache. It is the same here. Now, Baba is talking like a teacher here. Teacher has all kinds of students, right? Some children are very bright, some children give teacher the headache. So it's the same here, Baba is saying. See how entertaining he is, like he challenges our mind, he gives us knowledge, and he talks to us like there is absolutely no filter. He's telling us, some of you give me headache. Yeah, he's telling that to us. Isn't this a conversation between a father and a child, or a family member? If you don't want to say father and child, family
Yes.
member, we don't have filters when we talk, right? Let's say we go somewhere outside to someone's home, and when we come back, whatever we feel or whatever is there in our mind, we just tell it out, right? That's what Baba is
Mm.
doing too. Whatever progress each of you makes every cycle, that cannot remain hidden. The Father knows that everyone's connection is with Shiv Baba. This one understands everything. So, this one, I want you to pay attention to this part here. This one understands everything from seeing the acts of the children. That one also sees everything. So, here, this one and that one means we are talking of two people. But if you look here, this this one is written in normal words, this one, as we write. But if you look at this part here, that one, it is capitalized. One is capital, uppercase one. Means who is that? One,
Shubham.
Shiv
Shibaba.
Baba.
Shubham.
And this one means Brahma Baba here. Because Brahma Baba is Bap. This is, remember the beginning of the Murli? Bap Dada means both together. Bap is Shiv Baba, Dada is elder brother, Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba, being the elder brother, understands everything from seeing the acts of the children. Children means us. That one also sees everything. You can hide something from this one, means the smaller one, which is Brahma Baba, but you can't hide anything from Shiv Baba, right? Does that make sense? Because he is the Almighty. From top, he can see everything. Whereas Brahma Baba was in the body too. So he had his own efforts to take care of. He also was a normal human being. It's a separate story that after he got the teachings from Shiv Baba, he followed all of that and became perfect. That's a separate story. But you cannot hide anything from Shiv Baba because these murlis were recorded that time, right? So I just want you to see the difference. So in the whole murli, there are times when there is reference to Brahma Baba too. But whenever you see the capital O, capital H, all that is reference to Shiv Baba. Even on the path of devotion, no one can hide anything from God. So, how could anything be hidden from Him on the path of knowledge? The Father, which means even before we got introduced to Shiv Baba, otherwise also we say, right? Oh, whatever he does today, let him do. God will see, God will punish him. We always say that. Why? Because be it anybody, anywhere in the world, we all know that we say, ऊपर एक भगवान बैठा है, ऊपर जो बैठा है वो देखेगा. We say that, right? Even in Bhakti, we said that. Even now, it is the same story. Even though we became his children, does it mean that we can do something wrong and get away? No, we cannot. He will see everything, nothing is hidden from him. The Father continues to explain to you that the study is very easy. Actions have to be performed. Live in the old world with your friends and relatives and make effort. So I'm positive one of us here must have thought, oh, Baba is telling me to leave everything. Don't have attachment in this world, die alive. How is that possible? If that thought came to our head, Baba is answering the question here. Live in the old world with your friends and relatives. Baba has not told us to leave them and come, because see, people say that you can reach God only when you follow the sannyasa dharma, or only when you leave everything behind and go away, right? For Buddha, what did Buddha do? Gautama Buddha, he left his newborn and his wife behind and went in search of God, right? Baba is not telling us to do that here. Baba is saying, live in your family, live along with your friends and relatives, but make effort. Those who live at home and have such deep love and make effort can go ahead faster than those who live here and make effort. How beautiful is that? This makes me emotional. Baba is telling us that wherever you are, live right there, live at home. But when we have that deep love for Baba, we can go faster. There is absolutely no difference. Baba is not telling us to leave everything and then sit in his remembrance. No, do what you have to do, but remember him. In the scriptures, there is the example of Arjuna and the native Bhil. I'm sure you know the story of Ekalavya. Do you all know the story of Ekalavya? Yes
No,
or
I
no?
don't.
No?
I don't.
You don't. Okay, so when Arjuna in Mahabharat, he is shown as the experienced archer, and Dronacharya is his guru. They all Kshatriyas, when they are little, they go to the Gurukul and they learn the skills and come back home, right? So Arjuna is a very skilled archer, but when Dronacharya is teaching him, there is another boy, same aged boy, his name is Ekalavya. He also keeps looking at the lessons that Dronacharya is giving to this princess. Just by looking, he also picks up the archery. And he is so skilled that one day Dronacharya keeps the competition, who is a better archer or whatever. And the competition is that there is a bird, wooden bird, in the branches of a tree. And one has to hit only the eye, means that is the target, eye of the bird, nowhere else. If you hit the bird on the back or legs, no, you don't get points. If you hit the eye, means if you hit the bull's eye, then you are termed as the best archer. Nobody is able to do it, but an arrow comes and hits that bird's eye from somewhere. That time everybody is astonished. Where did it come from? That time he comes out, Ekalavya, and he says to Dronacharya, he falls in front of Dronacharya and bows to him that you are my teacher. That time everybody is astonished. So he says, no, whenever you taught this um, like royal family, I used to
Mm.
stand behind the tree and I also picked up that skill. So, here, why that example is given, although the native lived outside, by practicing, he became more skillful at archery than Arjuna. So, why that example? Therefore, while living at home with your family, become like a lotus. What is the speciality of the lotus? Does anyone want to tell me the speciality of lotus? Where does a lotus grow?
In a pond. No
In
matter
the
what's
mud,
around
in the
it, it's
mud. Oh,
still
sorry.
pretty, still
Yeah,
beautiful.
In the
in
mud.
the mud or
In the
marshy
mud.
water, right? It has to
Yes.
be really dirty water. But how does it come up, and it when it blooms, it's so pretty. So Baba is giving the example
Mhm.
of lotus. Even though it is in that marsh, the flower is so pretty, and none of that dirt touches the flower. Or even a water drop of water cannot stay on its leaf or the flower itself, it doesn't touch it. So that is the example Baba is giving us. So while living at home with your family, become like a lotus. You can see examples. While living at home, you can do very good service. Someone must have complained to Baba that, oh, Baba, you are telling me all these things. It doesn't gel well with me. I live in a family. I need to do all these things. So, Baba, that's why he's giving us examples that even when you live with the family, you can do it. While living at home, you can do very good service. You will continue to make a lot more progress. Maya doesn't leave alone those who live here. It isn't that they become liberated from Maya because they come to Baba. Baba is talking about the surrendered Brahma Kumaris. We all always have the habit of comparing, right? Someone must have told Baba that, yeah, whoever is surrendered, Brahma Kumaris, they are able to carry on like this, or they are able to live this life, but not us householders. That is why Baba is clarifying and giving us examples. No, all of you have to make your own effort. Those who live at home with their families can make effort better than those who live here. They can show very good courage. Only those who live at home and become like a lotus are called Mahavirs. Some say, Baba, you have renounced everything. Now we are talking about Brahma Baba, not Shiv Baba. Baba says, I didn't renounce anything. They left me and went away. Because remember, we talked about Brahma Baba. He was Dada Lekaraj before. He was a diamond merchant. And within a like within a moment, he surrendered everything, his business, his wealth, his family, everything, right? So Baba, somebody said, Baba, you have renounced everything. That's when Baba says, Brahma Baba says, I didn't renounce anything. They left me and went away. Means all his business colleagues and everybody, once he started withdrawing from the world, there used to be, like, because he was a diamond merchant and all his clientele were that of the royal family, and all these business people, they all used to travel around the world, and when they came back, Baba also used to have parties for them, but he used to serve only vegetarian food and no alcohol. So people would ask him that, Dada, this is a very dry party, they would say. That time he would say that, no, I will not leave my principles. I am celebrating your success. I am welcoming you with the party. He was very staunch. So Baba did not leave anyone and come here. So Brahma Baba is answering here. Instead, even more children came to stay with him. That is true, right? Biologically, Brahma Baba had 5 kids. That family was there. But additionally, there were so many who came and lived. It became a family of 300 who lived together. Baba says to the Kumaris, do this godly service, because Baba talks to everyone. Kumaris means who? The unmarried ones, means young girls. Do this godly service. This one is Baba, and that one also is Baba. Again, see the distinction here. This one is normal, written normally, means that is Brahma Baba, and that one, uppercase ONE, that is also Baba, means here Baba does not want us to get confused, because we refer to that one Supreme Soul as Shiv Baba and Dada Lekraj Brahma Baba also as Baba. So Baba is again clarifying. Many Kumars means young men, also came, but they were unable to carry on. The Kumaris are still better. A Kumari is considered to be greater than 100 Brahmins. We all say, right? Daughters are better than sons.
Mm-hmm.
No, because daughters have that different kind of a attitude, or has that motherly caring nature. So Baba is has nothing against Kumars, but he is being very frank and straightforward that many young men also came to Baba, means to live with Brahma Baba, but they were unable to carry on this path. The Kumaris are still better, and a Kumari means a young girl, unmarried girl, is also worshipped, right? I think Pranita will be able to tell us more on this. Um, uh, Pranita, I have heard
Yes,
you talking. There is a festival, right?
yes, yes. We have a festival called as exclusively, like even in northern India, and also they call those Kumaris, and it's called Kanchki. I
Hmm.
think you would have heard during, I think, Dashera time, and
Hmm.
one during Ram Navami. They
Hmm.
invite, and if, yeah, so there are different festivals that is celebrated in different parts of the country, and where they celebrate Kumaris. And we have a exclusive festival called as Kumar Purnima,
Hmm.
and there are other like Roger Kumar Purnima. There are a lot of different festivals.
Okay. But
So
these
where
are
the
all
young
significant
girls,
to the young girls,
yes,
right?
young girls, yeah,
So, because I had heard it from you earlier, that's
yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah.
A Kumari is one who uplifts. See, Baba also has given lot of significance for Kumari here. A Kumari is one who uplifts 21 generations and shoots the arrow of knowledge. Even this organization is called Brahma Kumaris, right? Because most of the um, organization, 60% is 65% is Kumaris, and then um, others are Kumars. Even those who live at home with their families are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. So Baba does not differentiate. Can you even believe that he is putting all of us together? Even though you are a householder, Baba does not care. Whoever has that genuine love, he is calling all of us. We are all on the same pedestal, Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. I just saw that Peter has also joined. So I don't know when you joined, Peter, but we are talking about Kumaris and Kumars. So if Baba was to address you, he would address you as Brahma Kumar. Means this is the difference between the master and miss, like the title. So Kumari means young girl, and boy is Kumar. So Baba is talking about the householders. There is absolutely no difference between the householders or those who have surrendered. Each one has a different part, but Baba is giving the same knowledge to everybody. Baba is saying that you, all of you, wherever you are, doesn't matter, be in that household, but remember Baba. That's the only effort we have to make. Even those, okay, as they make further progress, their bondages too will finish. Service has to be done. Children who do service are seated in Bap Dada's heart. Look at it, how beautiful it is. They are benefiting thousands of people. So, when it comes to service, what service is Baba talking about? When we change ourselves, when we change the way we live at home, that time we are serving our family members, those who live with us. And slowly we are changing those who live around us, maybe neighbors, relatives, the second circle, whoever we come in contact with. That also is service. So children who do service are seated in Bap Dada's heart. How elevated is that thought? They are benefiting thousands of people. Blessings continue to be showered on those who are such serviceable children. They remain seated in the heart. Those who are seated in the heart will be seated on a throne. So, what does this mean? Today, if we are seated on Bap Dada's heart, tomorrow we'll be seated on the throne. Where? In Satyug, in the golden age. So, our time is almost over. So, I'll just read whatever I have highlighted, which means there is something to be explained there. By performing good actions, you can claim a high status. You children now have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. Beginning, how it started with golden age, the middle means the other ages, and the end, we have now come to the end, right? We have come to that confluence age. There was just Bharat in heaven. There were no other lands. I think we discussed this in the last class too. There was a reference about Bharat. Therefore, show your heaven in a small new India. Means, have you, if you look at all the Murlis, Baba never says India. He always says Bharat. Now, if there is reference to India, means whatever it is right now, the map we have right now. So you can still make that reference, is saying, show your heaven in small new India. So here there are so many things that are covered. What I'll do today, I'll stop here. We have covered most of it, but there are certain things here. I will send you the whole Murli. Probably the ones which are too challenging, I'll take those sentences out and we can discuss in the next class. But most of it is already covered, and we had covered the blessing and all in the last class, or I don't remember. I think we did it on what date? The 4th. No, the 6th. The 6th of April. So I will stop here. And since we don't have much time, let us just take a moment of silence. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're okay going beyond time, if not, we will meet on Thursday, 3 p.m. Any questions? So we'll meditate then. We'll
Om
just
Shanti.
Om Shanti. We'll just do a silent meditation. And I want you to take one point that came to your mind. without looking at the book, because that is the point that hit you the most. I want you to take that point and meditate, and then we can say Om Shanti. Take that point home with you. And when we meet on Thursday, before we even start meditating, I want you to share that point with me on Thursday. Okay? Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Have a great evening, all of you.
Om
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank